Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I don't know where the honourable member has got his information from, because there's no record in Turkey Airlines about non-payment of funds. Maybe if you can provide me with the name. Have you got any names of any individual landowner who has not been paid? This is the problem we have, Madam Speaker, that we meet people on the street and they come up to you and say, we have not been paid. And you bring that question to the floor here. But you don't have enough information so that we can solicit the appropriate information from the files that we have. But there is no information that we have that there's been payment not done. Thank you.
Thank you. I now give the floor to the Honorable Moses Ibulitabu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask question number 69 of 2016. Under my name, to the Honorable Prime Minister, the Minister for Ethiopian Affairs and Sugar Industry. Can the Prime Minister inform the House as to why government will not assist rebuilding churches and village halls damaged or destroyed by Cyclone Winston?
Thank you. And I give the floor to the Honorable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, last week I heard the Honorable Member told everyone that he has read our manifesto. It's a pity that he has not followed the policies of this government in the last 4 or 5 years. You would have known the reasons why we have not done so. But let me inform the Honourable House, and I thank the Honourable Member for his question. As the Prime Minister and as a Christian, I respect the important role religion plays in our national life, and they're playing on this. I know that. I know the reason why they came up with this question. People of faith advocate for strong moral principles and keep ethics and good values at the forefront of our national conversation. But in doing so, they make valuable contributions to our nation's future and strengthen our democracy. We are a multi-faith nation, and we have a constitution that guarantees religious freedom and establishes Fiji as a secular state. Fijians practice many different faiths. It can do so knowing that they are protected under our laws and that government does not favor any one religion over another. Government must, of course, remain principled as well and stand for equality and for the values enshrined in our Constitution. And that includes our function as a secular state. That means giving no preference to any one faith over another and creating a society where all religions can peacefully coexist. Madam Speaker, Christians, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and other denominations can all practice freely in Fiji. And government has no bias towards or prejudice against any religious identity. This is the point that the opposition misses completely. The opposition's question inherently disregards our Constitution and demonstrates a lack of understanding of the separation between the function of government and the function of religious bodies in Fiji.
Listen.
What are the mosques or temples? What are the mosques or temples that suffer damage? Are those also the responsibility of government to rebuild? And what are the various denominations of Christianity that are practiced in the country? Do we build only Methodist churches? What of Catholics, Anglicans, Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists, or any other sects of Christianity that exist in Fiji? Madam Speaker, government is not in the position to decide whose churches are worthy of rebuilding, because it is not government's job to rebuild any house of religion in Fiji. While the majority of Fijians, including myself, are Christians, we are not a Christian state. It would therefore be unfair to rebuild churches while leaving other places of worship unattended to. Madam Speaker, the opposition has made the intention to make Fiji a Christian state clear on many occasions. However, that platform was soundly rejected by the Fijian people at the polls in 2014. On the other hand, the Fiji First government project protects all faiths equally and does not favor any one religion over another. I revere our places of worship as much as any Christian, but I respect the rights enshrined in our Constitution. My government's priority is on restoring the buildings and services that benefit all Fijians. Our homes, our schools, our roads, our jetties, and our hospitals. That is the priority right now, Madam Speaker. With our limited resources, these are the areas where assistance must be targeted. Madam Speaker, what would the opposition prefer? That while many thousands of Fijians do not have roofs over their heads, government should spend its time and money rebuilding every place of worship in Fiji. Madam Speaker, we even haven't heard that relief money dispersed through the FNPF has been given by some Fijians to their churches as donations. Surely after years of receiving similar donations from the communities, these churches are more capable of financing their own repairs than the many distraught families of Fiji who are currently without homes, or the children who are without schools. These are the areas that government is focused on. Madam Speaker, we are working to restore the lives of every Fijian affected by the cyclone, regardless of the religion they practice. It is the communities that should be responsible for rebuilding their places of worship and their village halls. And it is up to government to take on the rebuilding project that impact the lives of every Fijian. That is why every dollar spent on the relief effort will continue to go towards the needs of all our people, not towards any one religious group. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, I think I've given my answer to that in the last 5 minutes.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honorable Arul Kiriaki.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think the Honorable Prime Minister didn't answer the subject of the question in regards to the subject of the question, in regards to the halls and the churches that were destroyed in the cyclone areas, not all the churches in Fiji. And you, from the Honorable Minister of Education, these churches are used for education, for teaching, and even some evacuation centers where they sought refuge to, because that is the only place where they find it is safe. And that should be in in the total answer for the Prime Minister. My question is whether the Honorable Prime Minister and the government could address this situation and
I now give the floor. I now give the floor to the Honorable Prime Minister.
yes.
I give the floor.
Already been answered, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Answer, thank you. I give the floor to the
Yang
Honorable.
mengatakan menolak taruh binakan.
Honorable Dulaki Verata.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Honourable Prime Minister for his answer. The problem is because it was done by the previous government, they don't want to do it. The intention of previous government that built churches and community halls in the villages was very noble, because they are used for these purposes, for evacuation centers. My question to the Prime Minister: can he reconsider his government policy? For this logical reason, that these halls and churches are used for rehabilitation centers during time of disasters. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, just let me, most of these churches that Honorable Dulaki is talking about, they are built because of votes. That's basically what it was done for. and then votes. That is true. That is true. Madam Speaker, and then over the years, if you can get them to shut up and listen, maybe I can explain this. Over the years, that is now, because people have now questioned that previous governments have been building churches, then that was changed to evacuation centers. The churches have now been turned as evacuation centers so that they can justify the building of these churches. But basically, it was done for political motive, to get votes. So the answer to that question, I'm not here to get votes. I'm here to do justice to the people of Fiji, and it takes a little bit of guts to do that. Thank you.